Hello, glorious medium-sized spillway with actually pretty clear water, surprisingly, for this state. Then there's a mud line. Big spillway off to the left, rushing down a canal. Little side spillway. We're gonna start here just to stay out of the current because the water is still cold and the water out on the main canal is very muddy. So might have to make it over there eventually, but for now, we're gonna start here, then go from there. Okay, Al. What is going on, you dirty old stash bags? Keeping that one going for a while. If you have suggestions, still leave them down below. I might want to use one eventually. Anyway, made a little trip today, made a little day trip. Currently about an hour and a half, 2 hours from my house, and drove to this ye old little spillway. I never really do that well at the spillway, so I'm not even really sure why I'm here, but I've caught big fish here in the past, like before I started making videos, and I've tried a couple times since I started making videos, and I've just done terribly. So water's cold, still early season, early open water season, so could be tough, but got all damn day. Woke up early, drove all the way here, and we got this one, we got that one, we got the canal, and then we got another one down the road that we can drive to, and if none of those work, then shit, I guess I'm gonna go home and drink some beer. But for now, we're going to get rigged up. I'm gonna do a Carolina rig night crawler and then throw around some lures and see if we just can't get on the board. Doesn't matter the species to me, we'll take anything. So come on with me. Let's try our best and stuff, see if we can catch something, and see if we can catch something giant. Pa-pow. No, right, we got corn. I actually have shiners. I have minnows, I have blue hairs. I have all sorts of things. So first I'm gonna throw out, I guess we'll throw out a night crawler. Catches more species than the corn does. Corn primarily catches carp, which we are cool with as well. We haven't really caught any carp this open water season, so yeah, we'll take those, and they fight hard, so. Put a little bit too much weight probably for this backwater pool, but figured I'd be ready to throw out in the current, so chuck this night crawler up right against the spillway, or maybe a little bit back, and then yeah, start throwing around a lure. See if we can't get something. Yeah, not very deep, but probably deep enough. See if there's any fish there. Night crawler pole is out. Started the blade bait. Also have some swim baits. That might be the play, I don't really know. Got something. Didn't need it, but got something. Either shad or a silver. Or it's a river carp. Something though, sign of life. Didn't need it, but sign of life. Kind of sitting out in the middle of this pool where the dirty water meets the clean water. So we might have to move our night crawler and see if we can actually get one of these fellas to eat. But I've talked about it numerous times in videos that I fish a lot of places that have those guys, and I fish night crawlers a lot, and I still have yet to catch one in the mouth, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're in a night crawler eating mood today. Maybe I should have brought a fly rod or something, but yeah, there's at least some fish in here. Oh, I had something else. Felt like about the same thing. There's also a lot of debris on the bottom. It seems like a lot of trash fish too, so I don't think we're gonna leave the blade bait on. We're gonna have to switch to like a swim bait or something. Just so we don't have to clean our lure off every half a cast, and so we don't run into as much stuff. Look at that, I barely even let it sink and I got covered in moss. That's what happens with treble hook baits. First step, before I switch to a swim bait, well actually I might switch to like a jig head night crawler, but first step is I think I'm gonna throw this out in this general area where the sucker was and see if he doesn't have any friends that want night crawlers. Up there right under the spillway seems kind of shallow, so I guess that's just a shallow. I think the whole thing is shallow unless you get out into the main current. Yeah. But the main current looks pretty damn hard to fish, to be honest with you. So we're gonna wait a while before we go there. But on the board, kinda. Something. I would imagine it's probably the same thing. Yeah. Another carp sucker. Sorry, bud. You're supposed to be a walleye. I've actually heard that there's people catch smallies here every once in a while too. Well, he has a small mouth. He is not a smallmouth. I think maybe jig head crawlers the play. Just kind of bounce it along the bottom in the current and hope it swims past one. That being said, the nightcrawler on the bottom hasn't been touched, so tisk tisk. We'll figure it out eventually though, or we'll move. Water's pretty clear up here. I'm gonna just go take a look and see if I can't see anything like carp or anything. Last time I was here, I actually caught some bass and some channel cats and some bluegills and stuff up right by the frog, up right by the spillway, but they just weren't very big. Let's take a look. See some rocks, see more pillars, but I don't really see much else. It's also shallower than I remembered, which isn't a great thing. Also, someone must have just mowed or something, because there's like grass clippings everywhere. Everywhere. There's not really much depth. Maybe we'll come back up here with a small jig head and a piece of crawler and kind of microfish to see if we can't get on the board with something in the mouth, but we're gonna have to be pretty desperate for that, because that's what I did last time, and the biggest fish I caught was a 10-inch fish. So back to the drawing board, so to speak. Try some things, do some things, hopefully catch some things. Got something. Might be getting a bite on my other pole too. No way. No way. Hell yes. Hell yes. All right. Probably cut away there for a little bit, but yeah, so far we've only snagged 2 suckers. Pretty sure that's the majority of what's up inside this little side pool. So yeah, I moved out here and it didn't happen instantly, but it did happen. Almost a keeper even. You guys know me though, I probably wouldn't keep it anyway. Well, actually it looks pretty tasty, but this water's not the cleanest, but I mean, that's about as ideal as it gets. Obviously a bigger one would be a little bit better, but a walleye is pretty legit. Probably my best open water catch this year, and it's mildly not that great of a catch. So cool species though, definitely a cool species. I might even, we're gonna stay here a while. If I caught one walleye that fast playing around in the current, I'm assuming there's probably a couple more. We'll let him keep half the crawler too. If we catch a keeper, we might keep it, but I also have shiners and minnows in my truck. So yeah, we might have to put like a shiner or a minnow on the bottom, but for now we're just gonna kind of roll with it. He bit kind of in this area, so I might not cast this one out as far. He wasn't clear out there or anything. I've been throwing it out in the current, letting the current push it up against the side, and I did get one bite on that, but it was pretty small. But yeah, stoked. Stoked. Honestly, I mean, I've fished here like probably 4 or 5 times. That's probably the best thing I've ever caught. I'm cursed at this spillway, so yeah, the curse is lifted. Hell yes. Hell yes. Even though it wasn't that good, still hell yes. I just realized something too. You guys know how long it's been since I caught a walleye? I'm not really sure, but it's been a very long time. I caught 0 walleyes ice fishing, and I don't even think I hooked a walleye ice fishing, which is pretty embarrassing, but we don't have a lot of them around here, so walleyes aren't the most common thing in the world. So yeah, first walleye in like at least 5 months, I would say. Maybe even longer, to be honest. I think this is a 1/16 ounce jig head. I went a little bit smaller so I wouldn't get snagged as much, because it's very snaggy out there. Just letting the current kind of push it around. It kind of swirls right in here, and I imagine there's fish waiting for bait to come out so they can eat it. But I threw my jig head out and I wasn't even doing anything. I was just letting the current push it around, and reeled up to it, felt the tick, set the hook, thought it was tiny, and it wasn't big, but it was bigger than I expected it to be. Thought it was a tiny channel at first, which would have been super lame, but I mean, at this point we'll even take tiny channels. All right, I'll shut up. We'll keep ripping. See if we can keep tater chipping, whatever the hell that means, or something like that. Definitely hammered it, but it's tiny. That's what I was expecting when I caught the walleye. Tiny channel, but still, species number 2. Jig head crawler putting in work. One I just missed a second ago was not a tiny channel. But that's what they all say. Yep. No. No. I thought it was the wind at first. Holy shit. We're gonna, no. Right into a snag. It feels like somebody else's line. That thing was bending that thing. Shit. I should have waited. Should have like picked it up and actually like tried setting the hook. Should also probably put my jig head crawler in the pole holder just in case. Let it just float around out there. Damn it, I guarantee you that was a walleye. Piss! Alright, another hook, another shiner. Hopefully another walleye. Shiner just got slammed. No! No, no, no. I gotta quit doing that. Oh, shit. Damn it. I even put a bigger hook on this time. Didn't really have marks on him, but damn it. That was a good bite. That was a good bite. He slammed it. I saw the rod tip bounce and then it just started slacking up. I think we done figured something out. It's just whether or not we can continue to capitalize on it or not. So might have to double up on shiners on the bottom instead of doing the jig head. Jig head hasn't really gotten ate lately, or maybe even just do night crawlers on the bottom. I did get a bite on night crawlers on the bottom. It just seemed a little bit more pathetic than the shiner bite. So both the bites on the shiners on the bottom have been shit that I want to catch. Toss the jig head around for like 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna eat lunch and double up on bottom rigs and see if we can't capitalize on something. Doing better than we ever have here though, so not really saying much, but we definitely are doing better than we ever have. So there's a bright side to it. Now we just got to make it a brighter side. All right, well, I thought my camera was on, but we caught a drumfish. I doubled up on Carolina rigs and it happened pretty fast. I got to re-rig a Carolina rig now, but oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Got it. But yeah, I got to re-rig one now because I keep breaking off. Definitely one of the snaggiest spots in North America, and we have definitely lost a lot of tackle, but that's not really that surprising. But species number 3, not a giant, definitely a struggle, but we kind of knew going into this that we wouldn't knock their socks off by any means. So it's not really too surprising. I'm gonna briefly try to get this out, but if I can't, then I guess I can't. But actually, let's get our hook out. We're gonna keep him as a cut bait because we're planning on going up to try the raging current, and that definitely looks like a catfish spot. So I hate to keep my first drumfish of the season, but not my fault he swallowed it. So we're gonna get this guy unhooked, get him back out. Oh God, I thought I had the hook, but I had his gill. Yeah, he's definitely gonna be cut bait. All right, we're back out one last time. I'm gonna give it like 15 minutes and we're going up to where the water is raging. Give that a go for about an hour and then maybe go try another spot on the way home. But hasn't been great, hasn't been terrible. Expected worse, want better, but that's fishing, especially this time of the year. We definitely out here trying our best, so if that matters to anyone, I guess that's happening, but yep, keep trying. See you soonish, maybe. Actually, I will at some point. Okay, bye. All right, you old big jerk. You win this time, and every time. Maybe one of these days I'll end up catching something super giant out of you. But I guess today is just not the day. Not too surprised though. Water's still cold. Finally starting to get warm, but yeah, the fish are still kind of all sorts of confused and such, so that's my excuse anyway. Poo-poo. Alrighty, well, really got excited after catching that walleye, but yeah, not much else to report after that. Caught a channel, caught a drum, snagged a couple suckers. I guess it could have been worse. We didn't set our expectations too high for this one. We don't really set our expectations too high this time of year. The water is still cold and the fish are still confused, so yeah, we did our best. We had fun, and we did end up catching something. Got the first walleye in a long time, and that was pretty much the best part. Wish it would have been a little bit bigger, but what can you do? But if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Definitely appreciate you watching, even the shitty ones, and yeah, your support is greatly appreciated. One of these days I'll succeed in a big way once again, but it's just kind of how fishing goes, so we'll keep trying. Thanks for watching. See you later. Okay, pow. Bye.